great bowl games as well. Think of Tulane, right? Again, being down, I think 14 points. You think, oh, okay, Tulane. They went from 2 wins last year on the cusp of going. They might be the only team to go from 2 to 12.
It's the biggest turnaround.
Biggest turnaround, right? Because because that was the whole thing. Oh well, they almost made it to 12. They got to 11, so then it would kind of been all forgotten. Well, lo and behold, against USC, that has all the players that you, especially on offense, got the Heisman Trophy winner. They said, we're gonna play big boy ball, and they were attacking you, and they wore them down.
As Nebraska people, I have to be honest. I'm watching Tulane, and I'm thinking Nebraska, and I'm pissed.
Why?
I'm pissed.
Why are you mad, son?
If Tulane,
it's different though, man.
Tulane, we're talking about Tulane.
Yeah, but they got a plethora of athletes down there.
What they get better than Nebraska?
But I don't know. I mean, they're not. They
got better facilities. They got a better stadium. They got a better fan base. They got more money. They got none of that. None of that.
No, but it's
none of that. And they look USC dead square in the face and flexed. And I'm to tell me that Nebraska can't win football games in 2022 and 2023. I don't.
Oh, I'm not telling you that they can't or don't expect that they should. I'm not saying that at all. I'm cheering for Tulane. Like I'm cheering for TCU. It's Texas Christian University. The Horned Frogs have not even go back to Sammy Baugh. You can't. They were never that good. They don't have better facilities. They don't have better fans. They don't. Look, you're telling me money though.
Look,
they got that oil money.
I don't know how. They got to share it with University of Texas, Texas A&M, SMU, Texas Tech. Look,
I mean, are you more mad that TCU is that good, or are you madder that Oregon State is that physical and dominant?
I'm mad that Nebraska.
You need to be more mad that Oregon State and Corvallis, Oregon, which I'm willing to bet I'd never go.
The Fighting Beavers are better than the Huskers
mascot.
Hold on, they beat the brakes off of Blue Blood 30-3.
That's
what you need to be mad
at.
So
there's a way.
Maybe be mad also by Fresno State going 10-4 in 29-6.
There's a way for Nebraska to win. Like we literally know that through all the NIL coalitions, and we have this and that, and the best facilities, and we have the perfect coach, and we have the perfect fans, we have everything else. We just can't figure out what Tulane figured out in 6 months. Tulane figured it out in 6 months.
What was Tulane's? So they were
2 and 10.
What was it before that though? Because that could be just a coaching change.
Garbage. They've always been garbage.
Well, it might take a few years because just look at Florida State. Just a few years ago, they were ready to get Norvell out of there in his second year. And then he had that one victory. Remember when Mike Norvell? Here's the thing.
Come on, Nate.
I'm not making TCU's in the national championship.
Excuses. Do you remember when Florida State lost on a last-second play to Jacksonville State?
I do.
And every alumni.
They started out like 0-5 or something.
And they lost on a last-second play. Where Jacksonville State walk-off, bomb, crib, Jacksonville State, right?
Night.
And now they're 10-3.
Yeah.
And just beat the break. Then
you're going to tell me that it's going to take Nebraska 8-year guarantee to get good again?
I didn't tell you that.
I
didn't tell you that. Look, I didn't say that. Did I say that, Nate?
No.
Nate, I say that?
I'm speaking to
Nate.
Look at Nate.
I'm not getting. Hey, listen.
Nate,
my Horned Frogs showed up and they played big boy football. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Did I say that, Nate?
No.
Did I say that?
Hey, Ted.
It can be done.
Hey, Ted. Tulane didn't have a record in the Big Ten, and it didn't matter. That's the point. They squared up and looked them dead square.
Against the Heisman Trophy.
And they played. What bowl game was Nebraska playing in while Tulane was playing in the Cotton Bowl? What bowl? Exactly what was happening?
And I don't want to hear that either.
I don't like it. I just want to vet. I don't like it, Jay. It made me mad.
Be happy for Tulane, man. This ain't a Nebraska problem.
I'm happy for Tulane. But
I was losing my mind.
No.
The green wave is coming. I texted you.
Yeah, I know.
I said the green wave is coming.
You see the grin on his face.
Yeah,
he texted a grin. That grin. He just texted the grin. It's like Jay Foreman, I'm coming. Like he was doing Dion.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay Foreman, I'm coming.
And they did.
They were bringing it.
They got a safety.
It was
a safety with 2 minutes left.
Look how bad.
How does that happen? How does that happen?
They kept competing.
Boy,
I mean, it can happen. It can happen at Nebraska, but it's gonna have to be a
Jay, there was
standard
yellow
of
socks all over the place,
standard-
boy. They
standard
were
of
like
excellence.
USC. There was just yellow socks running there.
That's all you got to do.
Oh man, I was just trying to understand.
You know what you got to do. The
Oh.
easy thing is, you know what you got to do. There's look at the bowl games. There's any type of team that you want to replicate. You could be Illinois. You could try to be TCU. You could be Oregon State. You could be
because TCU did it with a first-year head coach too,
right,
which is crazy.
With a quarterback that we didn't think was good enough. Also, that's up for the.
That's a whole different other discussion.
Look,
come on now.
Oh, welcome to
you
the
opened
party.
the can of worms there.
Welcome to the party.
All I'm saying is this: there's plenty of examples how you can do it. It's whatever you choose to do. Then you have to believe in it, and then you got to apply that on a day-to-day basis.
Hey,
you can't fake football.
Hey, that part.
That's the thing.
Part.
It's not. But you can't say, okay, it's all on the coach, because the coach and people don't understand their weight coach is huge in this development as well. So you have to have guys, once they give you a plan, they have to make your plan excellent. You know what I'm saying? If you have a doctor that has, Dr. Nathan Brennan and all these different things after it, right? But then you have a doctor that just says he's a DO. And this dude, this is a DO without all the things. He's the one that makes his certification great. So these players have to have whatever it is. What is it? 3-3-5, RPO offense, a pro style offense, a 4-3, a 5-2, a 6-2 dang stack monster, or whatever it is. You have to make it the best it can be. And it's not a talent thing. So, because people, at this point,
it's a work thing.
The writing's on the wall.
It's a work
the
thing.
writing's on the wall.
It's a work thing.
At this point, right? You can't keep, let's just say the talent thing for it in 3 years, and let's just say this. Or it's a
Big Ten thing. It's obviously not, because TCU punched him in the mouth.
So at this point now,
they play physical too.
From a younger,
the champions of the Big Ten
punched him in the mouth,
squared up,
punched him in the mouth
in a closet, and TCU walked out. Like, everybody was like, they going in the closet. They going in the closet. Hey, Jay, when you see your two boys, right? And they're like, they about to figure this out, right? They gonna work this out.
Right.
And then the one dude, when Ice Cube hit Debo, and Debo fell, and everybody went.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. At first, I was like, maybe it's a Big Ten thing. It's not a Big Ten.
Well, let me ask you two guys as younger guys, right? Austin first. From a Nebraska fan, right? We know you're Virginia Tech, but he'll be a Nebraska fan in Kansas City.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, but let me ask you, Austin, from a young fan's perspective or young person's perspective, are you I can only ask for you, like, over the replayed, rinse and repeat excuses?
It's frustrating after time,
right.
For sure. The most frustrating part is for the last 4, 5, 6 years, we've heard Nebraska's all bus team. You look at the athletes, other coaches say they get off the bus, they look like they can compete. They look good. Recruiting rankings are where they should be. You mentioned Tulane with all the talent down in New Orleans. That's not Lincoln. That's not Omaha. There's some good players. Sure. Keep the good ones at home, but you got to go other places to get guys. You do. And it seems like Nebraska has. That's why you're still where you are at in the ranking. So at some point, either those rankings are lying, talent's not good enough, coaching's not good enough and not maximizing it, or it's just the execution on the field. The talent's there, they're not getting it done. At some point, something's got to change. I'm a big process over results guy. The more you put in the work behind the scenes, the more you call the right plays, put guys in the right position, the more it should work out.
Right.
But sports are results oriented, plain and simple. That's why there's a scoreboard. That's why there's win-loss records. That's why we have national champions. So at some point, with the resources you have, with what everyone else is telling you should be enough talent and enough coaching, it gets old. Right. I'm old of it. There should be at least bowl games in this team every year.
Yeah.
Every year. We'll throw the break. When we come back, look, Jay Foreman, you're going to have to tell me how TCU is going to beat Georgia. That's all I'm going to ask you. Nathan is not allowed to interrupt you.
I won't. I'm just saying it's coming.
You're just gonna
He's going to
the Horned Frogs are coming.
Stop looking at me like that.
That's what I want. So this is what it is. So Austin, this is where this is. I'm Miles Lane. when we come back, I'm going to stand in the middle of the ring. I'm going to ring the bell, and I'm going to go, Georgia, are you ready? TCU, are you ready? And then there it is. We'll be right back.